So as we get this post-match presentation of the Unity Cup, Nepal versus the West Indies here in 2025 started. The Cricket Association of Nepal would like to thank the many broadcasters, Sony Sports Network, FanCode, Routine of Nepal Banda, Routine of Middle East Stick Sports, Nepmelo, and all the sponsors, Extreme Energy Drink, Ujuba, Dafa News, Pokhara Hardware, Learnsick, Canopy by Hilton, Bajaj, Beauty Clinic, Everest Momo, Everest Supermarket, and Nepal Tourism Board. Visit Nepal. Also, all of the other government organizations and authorities, and all those who were involved in the smooth conduct of this match. Let me introduce now the presentation party as they stand. To my left, Mr. Prakash Karki, Managing Director, Ujuba, Sunil Kumar Sharma, owner, Noble Medical College, Mr. Swatantra Pratap Shah, Chairman of Sudur Paschim Royals. I'd now like to invite Akeal Hosein, the captain of the West Indies, to come forward. Akeal, commiserations, if I may just spin you around just a little bit more. First of all, just start with your thoughts on the opposition.
I think coming up against an opposition who has been together for 4 or 5 years, you're definitely going to have your work cut out. These guys know their players inside out. They know they've played in multiple situations, even though people may think they're a small team. But when you come up against a force that is totally together like that, you know you have to play good cricket.
Big congratulations to Nepal. Given, I know it's a very young team for them in the main for you coming off a T20 tournament like the CPL, would there have been a higher expectation in several areas?
I mean, coming on this tour, our name speaks for itself, West Indies. And you know when you're coming up against Nepal, everyone thinks, you know, it's a walkover. But with that being said, I think once you cross that rope, that is where the real cricket starts. It's not about names. It's not about your past stats. It's about what you do. It's about how you read the conditions and how you adapt to the situation and play the game. I know you yourself, you were excellent with the ball in both games. What did you think of your bowling effort today? I thought it was okay. With that being said, they played 1 or 2 good shots. Kudos to their batters who got scores. But for me, just personally, I would have liked to been a little more economical. From a batting perspective, the power play was very frugal. How much of that is commendations to the way Nepal bowled in the power play to you, or the lack of intent? When you're chasing 174, 175, definitely you have your work cut out in the power play. You have to set that foundation. And coming out of the power play, 16 for 2, you're way behind the 8 ball. You're going to ask batters to do magical things. And on these sort of surfaces and tracks, where it's not true or as bouncy, it's always going to be difficult. And as I said, kudos to the bowlers. They know these conditions inside out, and they exploited that very well. What about Nepal's fielding? I mean, some of us were reminded, because it's not the first time we've seen it. Yes. It's definitely a talking point with that unit. They're brilliant. And as you can see in the first game, you get 2 run-outs. That's definitely going to hamper any unit. But yeah, they feel really well, and it's hard to beat oppositions when you know they're giving their heart and soul and showing these kind of efforts in the field. Finally, what are the learnings for your team that you want to take into that last one? For us, it's just about understanding really fast that this is international cricket. You know, I said this to the boys last game, and I mean no disrespect to the opposition or anything like that, but I think if you're trying to benchmark yourself in international cricket and you can't deal with these situations and challenges, then you really have to sit back and look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you really international material, or are you really putting in the work to be at this level and challenge yourself and be successful as well? Commiserations, Akeal. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. The West Indies captain, Akeal Hosein. And now we come to the first award, Mr. Prakash Karki.